Brandon Ingram, what a story he has been for Toronto this season. Fantastic in both games against the Bulls this month. 33 points a couple of weeks ago, 31 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists on Thursday. Toronto has now won 8 of their last 12. And to talk about the Raptors, here's Jevohn Shepherd, our NBA analyst, looking sharp as always. Hey, how about Brandon Ingram? How about Scottie Barnes? This is amazing to me. You got these two on the floor together. The team seems unstoppable. I guess my question is this team too reliant on their two big stars?
No, not at all. I think in a game like this against Chicago, you also have to keep in mind this is the first game out of the break, and those are the two guys that actually got to get up and down the floor over the break, right? Being in the All-Star game. And at the end of the day, like I remember as a player as well, you're such fine-tuned machines that when you have a week off or a couple of days off, it feels like 3 months, right? So I thought Brandon Ingram did a good job of taking it upon himself and being the veteran for this team and, having a really good game, the 31 points, 8 and 6. But also, if you remember, the game before the break, he only had 7 field goal attempts, right? And this was a game where they needed him. He stepped up, delivered for them on the offensive side of the floor, and then Scottie Barnes anchored it on the defensive side. So, no, I don't think they're too dependent, too reliant. That's what Brandon Ingram is here for. That's what he's with the Toronto Raptors for. So I think he relieves some of Scottie Barnes' duties offensively. And on a night like this where, guys don't necessarily have it or the legs aren't under them, a lot of those shots were short, right? A lot of guys just missed the rim completely. Brandon Ingram delivered, and that's what he's supposed to do.
And the most amazing thing about this game, first time since November the 7th, the Raptors had a clean injury report. Yeah. Everybody was healthy. Everybody was able to contribute. Who, in your mind, actually really stepped up? Because now guys are going to be fighting for minutes now that everyone's healthy.
Well, and that's a good thing, right? If you're Coach Darko, right, you want to have those problems where guys have to compete, guys have to play consistently, right? Jacoby Walter, a guy, I think him and Grady are going back and forth for those minutes off the bench, those wing minutes off the bench. And if Jacoby can play like this, where he's bringing the defensive side and, that offense is almost that cherry on top, knocking down key threes and timely shots. I think that's great. But it's really good and just refreshing to see them have a healthy roster,
totally.
have a healthy front court. What's impressive with that is it gives Coach Darko and his staff some optionality, right? You have CMB, who's that dunker spot, that roamer, right? He's going to set screens. He's going to let the guards do their work, the perimeter do their work, and he's going to get those baskets under the rim, right? And then you think of Mamu, who's going to play a bit more on the perimeter. He can stretch the floor a bit. And I think Pirtle right now, I know he's taken a lot of pressure and a lot of flack for his not being available and his play of recent. Yes, he's still getting into it, still getting rhythm. But if you think about what he does, right, those screens that he sets, right, it doesn't show up in the box score, right? Yeah. It's nothing glamorous. It's not the sexiest, but it gets guys open, right? There was a play in the third quarter, I believe it was, where he set a screen on Brandon Ingram's man about 27 feet out, and Brandon had the entire court to work on. So those little things for me, tell a bigger picture, tell the bigger story. And it was just really refreshing to see the team healthy. They've done a great job, in the beginning of the season, first third of the season, where they haven't been as healthy. But now it's where the real basketball starts, and you need health.
Raptors have, thank you for this, my friend, 26 games left for the Raptors in the regular season. We've got one for you on Sunday.